Right out of the gate, we got to get some Fs in chat for the XFL because apparently the entire league is canceled. I guess faster than last time even, because at least they got through one season back then.
Congratulations, Vince.
See you in 20 years. And it's not just the season that's canceled, and it's not just next season that's canceled. The entire XFL is already getting taken out back and put out of its misery thanks to mainly the coronavirus pandemic. And that really sucks because I'm sure you're all well aware that both Elliot and myself, we really gave them the chance that they deserved with this relaunch. We both went to a local game in person. We watched other games on TV, and
you did.
We watched games on TV, Elliot. You did it too. We really rooted for the XFL to succeed this time around because they did do a lot of things right. It was, at the very least, entertaining.
It was certainly football.
Yeah. Now, sure, attendance, it wasn't great. But damn it, it was entertaining. And it was football during the end of winter and the beginning of spring. Now we're going to have to wait another 20 years before they try it again. And we're all going to be very, very old by then, so...
Vince is going to be like 100.
Yeah, he's just going to be a floating head.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one's for you, XFL. You really did try your best, but no one could have anticipated a global pandemic being the reason you were taken away from us this time.
Shame.
Yeah.
But hey, speaking of very expensive projects that are doomed to fail, Quibi launched this week, and, well, things aren't looking so good for the $1.75 billion streaming app launched by Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman. And listen, you're right. We were shitting all over this doomed experiment months ago when we first heard about it, although, to be fair, we did say this was great for the people producing the content because they were getting paid, probably pretty well, to provide Quibi with all of this content. So good for them. There was always the chance that maybe we would be wrong about this whole thing despite watching numerous iterations of this exact kind of app continuously fail over the years.
Yeah, streamable, Go90. Was it watchable? No, it was watchable, not streamable. There was a lot.
Yeah.
And they all had big budgets.
But yeah, it's looking like we're probably right. Again,
yeah, sorry.
We're right about a lot of things.
Sorry to Jeffrey Katzenberg. We kind of screwed you on this one with our prediction.
Gonna go cry in his yacht.
Mm-hmm. Now, in respect to fairness, I decided to give Quibi a shot. I got the 90-day trial, and I sat down on launch day to browse around and find something that I could not only get through an entire 6 to 10-minute episode of, but also a show that I'd be interested in returning to the app to watch day after day. What better time than now to really focus on trying to enjoy some free entertainment? There's not a lot going on in the world except for us producing this show. So when I'm not working on this show, I got some free time. And I'm sorry to say that, folks, despite watching about 4 or 5 of their shows, I did not enjoy my time with Quibi at all. I did return to the app the next day to see if anything new or exciting had popped up, and I still couldn't find one thing that could grab and hold on to my attention. I found it completely pointless. I watched Chrissy Teigen's court show. I watched a documentary about cheetahs. I watched a documentary about pasta, which that was the most compelling thing that I saw.
Did you watch that Everything is Terrible show that they made for Quibi?
Yeah, you know, the one that they totally didn't steal from the Everything is Terrible videos that came out over a decade ago.
They mad, and they're right to be mad.
Yeah, that was also another thing. Not really a great PR thing right out of the gate for Quibi. But back to the app itself. I made sure to preemptively cancel the subscription that would have automatically hit after the trial period. But in the meantime, I'm keeping the app installed to just wait and see if anything tickles my fancy, or at least until Reno 911 is fully released. But, I mean, at this point, outside of Reno 911, I would probably have uninstalled the app by now. And I already did cancel the thing, even though it's 90 days. And if you're with T-Mobile, you get a full year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, a shame. But apparently it's not just Ricky who wasn't very interested in Quibi. The app just didn't perform that well right out the gate, even with the 90-day free trial, as well as a full year of the app for free for certain T-Mobile customers. Mm-hmm. And according to Variety, Quibi's launch day fell well below expectations, with downloads reaching around 300,000 after months and months of nonstop marketing. They bought a fucking Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, and they gave everyone... So this is what's crazy about the 300,000 number as well. It is currently free.
Yeah.
And also, they had about a month and a half, 2 months of a pre-order free trial thing before they just went and did the 90-day trial for everyone, where you could sign up and the app would obviously automatically download and you'd get your trial. So this is with pre-download stuff going on as well.
Yeah. And sure, money that was being flooded into this project, it's honestly a lot less than stellar for a launch. Obviously, the app has plenty of time to grow, but you would you would assume that the majority of the people actually curious about this would be checking it out on or around launch day, considering, again, it's free for now.
Yes, those numbers are for people watching things for free that will eventually cost money, and not an insignificant amount of money either. Now, for the sake of argument, and remember, we're terrible at math, that's why we host a YouTube show, let's just take that initial number of 300,000 users and say that every single one of those people decided to keep the app and pay the base monthly price of $4.99, which includes ads. And that would mean that Quibi would pull in around $1.5 million. 1,000 people aren't going to watch every single thing on the app every single day, and we all know how bad ad rates are these days. So just being nice, let's add another $500,000 a month because of advertisements. That's a lot of money, right? And that's, again, we're going to be off by our numbers here, but for the sake of argument, $2 million a month. Well, in order to recoup the $1.75 billion that it cost investors to launch this thing with just the first year's content, it would take Quibi around 875 months or around 73 years to pay off its initial investment. And that's without putting any more investment money into the app or show development.
Yeah, that's a bit of a long time.
Yeah, it's, you know, if you were born the day that Quibi was released, you might die before it ever makes its money back.
You know, so yeah, this math is obviously, it's ridiculous, and we assume that Quibi's goal is steady growth over years and years, like Netflix. But it still needs content that will bring absolutely massive amounts of paying customers into the fold. Now, based on not only their current offerings, but also just the way that the content is presented in general, we don't really see that happening.
Nah.
Obviously, you have to just watch this content on your phone, but we were kind of surprised that they didn't even give people the option to cast the programming anywhere else. They literally took a standard choice out of the equation.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Boardroom meeting. You know what customers have too much these days?
Options.
Options.
Mm-hmm.
Take the options away. It's on the phone, or you just can't watch it.
But sir, it's just a little button that allows you to cast it to your TV.
No.
But why not just give them the option?
I always see my grandson. He's got his little phone in his hand. Well, guess what? Quibi's going on phone. Yeah, all of what we talked about already aside, though, it's just not a fun way to watch things. It's
your phone.
I don't like watching content on my phone unless I have to.
The one, like, sort of review I saw about this was where Quibi gets it wrong is anticipating that people have specifically 6 to 10 minutes to waste and not 1 minute or 30 seconds or 30 minutes. Like, you either have enough time to sit down and watch a show, or you're watching it while you're on the bus for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, 6 to 10 minutes, not exactly the quickest bite.
Yeah.
It's a pretty slow bite, actually.
This is kind of just for people watching on subways and buses.
Yeah.
If you have an extra minute of the day, you're not even going to get to watch the full episode.
Now imagine something crazy like Tiger King being a Quibi exclusive. The hype for that show, it was through the roof. Yeah. It could have been something to actually get people to check out their app. But could you imagine watching something like Tiger King or even a drama like Breaking Bad or The Wire entirely on your phone in 6 to 10 minute chunks with ads before each short episode? No, because that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Like, imagine your favorite show and then imagine it broken up and only being able to watch it on your phone. Regardless of the quality of the show, it's not a good way to watch things. But anyways, using something like Tiger King or hell, any other popular show as an example, a lot of the organic hype building around series these days, it's social media sharing. You'll see GIFs or memes or just screenshots all over social media sites. That includes Reddit. And you want to either kind of be in on the jokes or see why these shows are getting all the shares. Obviously, people are talking about it if they're sharing these types of things. Mm-hmm. Must be decent. Now, Quibi, in their dumbass, old school wisdom, decided to make it impossible. If you attempt to take a screenshot of something that you're watching, you'll instead be given a completely black bar. It's so astonishingly short-sighted and stupid. Now combine that with the very dumb choice with everything we've already covered, and what you end up with is an app developed by old media executives who have willfully ignored every evolution in media consumption over the past 15 years in order to put out a product that feels completely antiquated in every way.
But wait, hold on.
Yeah.
We're not done with Quibi just yet, because despite
he's already dead!
Despite this rocky start, they have finally found a way to get those sweet, sweet Generation Z installs. You want to know how? Well, they're finally taking their content off the app and putting it exactly where it belongs. The television? No, they're putting it inside Fortnite. Yes, this is real. Yes, it is stupid, but at least someone will watch it now. if not only for the unique experience of watching quick bites inside of a video game, I guess. I mean, chances are it's already too late for you to experience this because in another stupid move by Quibi, this promotion apparently only lasted a day.
They literally did it without any PR marketing push, and it was like a retroactive response. Like, oh, by the way, this is airing inside Fortnite now.
Yeah, on the launch day of Valorant. So
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get to Valorant.
But yeah, on Friday this week, people could have dropped into the Risky Reels drive-in theater within Fortnite, where the first episode of Quibi's reboot of Punk'd with Chance the Rapper would be playing on repeat every hour. Now, surely this will be the marketing ploy that will stop Quibi from eventually going bankrupt. Surely this is it.
Yes. But I wouldn't count on it. Now listen, we've even got friends that have shows on Quibi.
And good for them.
And good for them. But don't make it your retirement plan.
Yeah. Don't put all your eggs in the Quibi basket.
Yeah, get your money and run. Also, if you're trying to pitch a show to Quibi, get as much as you can and anticipate that it will not last very long.
Send that contract back with some red lines.
Yeah, I mean, we're willing to do a show on Quibi. We already said it.
I'll do it.
Give me millions of dollars.
The money's right.
Yeah. Anyways, we do love a good failure, don't we, folks?
Don't we, folks?
We love it. Well, on the topic of failure, yes, we are once again reporting on the Cats movie.
Which I still haven't even fucking seen.
First it flopped, and then there were rumors of a butthole cut. Then there was a fan-made version of the butthole cut. Now we're going back to news of the original butthole cut because people involved in the visual effects portion of the project are continuing to speak out after the public's curiosity surrounding the assholes of anthropomorphic cats. That still remains pretty high, so they got to keep talking about it.
People want that butthole cut to be released.
And I'm sure the movie is getting more rentals based on all of this continuous talk in all the trade magazines and interviews that people are doing. People are curious.
Is the butthole cut a psyop? Is this part of the home video marketing for cats?
It might be. So this week's cat butthole news comes from an exclusive interview with an editor who worked on the film by The Daily Beast. The editor claims to have been involved... The editor claims to have been one of the people involved with the butthole removal. And, well, let's just hear it straight from them.
When we were looking at the playbacks, we were like, what the hell? You guys see that? We paused it, we went to call our supervisor, and we're like, there's a fucking asshole in there. There's buttholes. It wasn't prominent, but you saw it, and you were just like, what the hell is that? There's a fucking butthole in there. It wasn't in your face, but at the same time, too, if you're looking, you'll see it. The source also went on to say, there was nobody that said, we want buttholes. It was one of those things that just happened and slipped through.
Oops, all buttholes.
What the fuck is that? Oh, jeez.
That's cat genitalia, damn it.
Yeah.
But outside of the whole butthole drama comes the new, improved, asshole drama.
Oh.
Allegations of director Tom Hooper being a complete weirdo and, yes, an asshole. From the article, the director, the source alleged, has no idea how animation works. But that did not stop him from sending crew member individual emails denigrating their work. Before visual effects artists fully render sequences for animated films, they normally show directors play blasts, preview renderings that feature characters without color or texture. That allows the director to evaluate the motion before hours of work are done to flesh out things like color, texture, and lighting. Hooper, however, did not seem to grasp this process. Anytime the visual effects team wanted to show the director any animatics, the source said, they had to fully render it.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, he would say things like, what's this garbage? And I don't understand. Where's the fur?
Holy shit.
Yeah, imagine working on this.
This is so common too in like other industries. Like if you're doing like advertising, this is a common problem where you send mock-ups to your clients and they're like,
this looks like shit.
This looks like shit. They're like, yeah, it's not done. This is,
So I don't go through the hours upon hours of work finishing it.
Use your imagination and take what we're putting in front of your eyes and is this going in the direction you like? I don't know. This kind of looks like shit.
It's so funny too because we've gotten like merch designs where the artist that will reach out to for a merch design will be like, by the way, this is not the finished product, it's just an idea. And I'm like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
I know that you've probably dealt with people who don't understand.
It's muscle memory for them.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, everyone in the design field has experienced this. Anyway, the article continues. Some aspects of the production, the source alleges, became simply absurd, like when Hooper would demand to see videos of actual cats performing the same actions the cats would do in the film. Quote, and as you know, the source said, cats don't dance. Multiple times during our interview, the source described Hooper as horrible. Other adjectives included disrespectful, demeaning, and condescending. Quote, when you go into a conference room, you're not allowed to speak, they said, and he talks to you like you're garbage.
Wow.
So yeah, there you go. We might never get the butthole cut of Cats, but apparently everyone who's seen it has at the very least seen the asshole cut.
Yeah, it's
also,
the standard cut.
This is Tom Hooper. The movie made before this that got him Cats was Les Miserables.
Yeah.
And the way he shot that was with, he wanted, all the singing in that movie is actually the actors singing on set into a boom mic. But when you do that, see, normally when people sing in movies, it's dubbed afterwards because you want the backing track. But if you're recording them singing on set, you can't have the backing track playing. So all of the actors are just completely improvising in terms of pitch, in terms of timing in Les Miserables.
We will fix it in post.
And the composers, the musical production had to go in and try to, arrange the music around these actors, how they sang it. Many of these actors not actually having a whole lot of experience with this type of singing. So apparently it was that same approach to VFX.
He took the mold and he just smashed it under his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, speaking of cats, we all love Tiger King, don't we, folks?
We love it.
I mean, yes, it was entertaining, but pretty much every single person in the show is terrible, aside from a few of the people who worked for Joe Exotic, who seem to have genuinely loved caring for the animals.
Yeah.
But almost everyone else was a bad person. Still, though, an entertaining show that somehow seemed to still leave a lot of questions unanswered towards the end, with certain aspects of the show building up to cliffhangers that we all assumed we'd have to wait months to years to get closure on. Well, happy Easter, motherfuckers. Tiger King is back. Sort of.
Yeah, so Netflix announced this week that an 8th episode of the series will air this Sunday, April 12th, Easter, on the platform. Unfortunately, though, it appears as though it's not going to be the same documentary-style show that we've become accustomed to. We'll at least be getting a few updates regarding the cast of real-life characters and what's happened since the series initially wrapped production.
Mm-hmm.
The episode will be called The Tiger King and I, and it's a Tiger King after show hosted by Joel McHale and featuring brand new interviews with John Rinke, Joshua Dial, John Finley, Saf, Eric Cowie, Rick Kirkman, as well as Jeff and Lauren Lowe.
Specifically the two people where there's a lot of questions and a lot of allegations.
How's that zoo coming along, Jeff?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
The biggest private zoo in America, you said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It'd be interesting to see what's changed for those people and how the show has affected them and, what any of these updates are behind the scenes.
Yeah. So that's something to watch on Easter. Gather the family around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to be out hunting for eggs anymore. So I kind of almost wanted to do like a Tugs thing for this because there is the positivity, the positive hype around this game is so immense that saying anything negative about it seems to really drive people insane.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it anyway because I really didn't like Valorant.
Oh.
I got, for whatever reason, I got early access, beta access to Valorant, and I played it. And I love Counter-Strike. I love Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I don't play it all the time anymore, but I spent a lot of years playing Counter-Strike and CSGO. I also love Overwatch. Been one of my favorite games over the past couple of years.
Visually, it's pretty remarkable how much they meshed those two styles together.
So this is both of those games in a blender, and I didn't like what came out of it. And I think that the reason is because this is a game that is geared directly towards pro players and players who think that they're pros.
Yeah.
This is not a casual game. I mean, right out of the gate, the biggest problems that most people have are the visuals. But again, it's not supposed to be a perfect visual game. This game has intentionally sacrificed amazing graphics.
You want that frame rate.
So that the frame rate can run on almost anything. So that's why the visual aspects are like that. But I just didn't have fun with it. It's slow. Compared to every game for the past 10 years, it just feels really slow. You have to pretty much stop moving to shoot people. It's very much like CSGO in that sense. It is built to be an esport. Having said that, I really didn't like it. I couldn't believe how long the actual matches were. We were winning and I was bored. There's a lot to go through on this, but it's something that's made for pros. And the weird marketing behind it is also what's confusing to me as well, because they didn't, as far as I know, pay any of these huge Twitch streamers to play it. They just gave these drops to their accounts. And the only way that you could get beta access for this game was by watching, at the very least, 30 minutes of Valorant content on Twitch. And then your chances of getting a beta drop would increase the longer you would watch it. So some people would have like 50 tabs open, apparently is what I heard, of all this stuff. And quickly, Valorant became the #1 most viewed game on Twitch and gave Twitch its biggest single day live concurrent numbers. But that's all kind of also bullshit because
it's sort of cheating.
People weren't watching it engaged with the content necessarily. They were watching it in order to unlock a beta code of their own so they could play a new free game from Riot, which is a huge game company. Also, like, I'm under the opinion, as this is a complete conspiracy theory on my end, but like the reason that it's currently in the state that it's in, considering Riot is such a major company, is that instead of putting out a completely fully polished game right at the beginning, why not stagger it with updates and extend the life artificially? But that's a complete conspiracy theory on my part. Anyways, that's my Valorant review. You'll probably love it. That's what I want to say. You might love the game, but I certainly did not enjoy it, and I will not be playing it in the future.
Damn.
Don't hate me in the comments.
Flame him.
Don't hate. Just put the Fs in the comments for the XFL.
Anyway, speaking of casual games,
Yeah.
We did a live stream earlier this week where we played Jackbox, and then what was that? Was that fun?
Scriblio?
Yeah, Scriblio. That was fun.
Yeah.
Played that with some friends.
No,
some
not
viewers.
sure it's as compelling for viewers unless it's edited. Because I have seen fun videos of that. It's just like there's a lot of waiting around to get the point across. But it was a fun stream.
Yeah, and also if you missed it, Tech News Day, we had Phil on to talk about 5G causing coronavirus and how that's not.
Oh, more
case.
conspiracies.
And Martin Shkreli's in there.
And toilet tech.
There's a new toilet. Also, definitely go watch the video that Phil posted on his Twitter account about making fun of Saturday Night Live, because it was very funny.
I'm excited to watch. So this weekend, Saturday Night Live is doing like an at-home broadcast, like over Zoom or whatever they're using, and I just can't wait to compare my life to theirs by looking into their living rooms, which is what I've been doing to every celebrity.
Trevor Noah's got a nice office.
Some people have less nice things than I assume they would. So that's fine. Makes me feel good. Anyways, you can watch both of those episodes right over here, and we'll be back very soon for a new episode of Weekly Weird News.
Bye.
Bye-bye.